Here's a parenting approach that's dividing the internet faster than you can say allowance. And it might just challenge everything you think you know about raising financially responsible children. A Texas father has ignited a fierce online debate by implementing what might be the most controversial allowance system you've ever heard of. He's literally playing landlord to his 6-year-old daughter. Yes, you read that correctly. This little girl pays monthly rent and utility bills from her own pocket money. Meet Michael Madden, the dad who's convinced that teaching his young daughter Rose about financial responsibility through a mock rental agreement will set her up for success. Understanding money management is absolutely crucial, Madden explained to Today.com, defending his unconventional parenting strategy. But here's where it gets controversial. Madden doesn't just talk the talk. He documented their monthly business transaction on TikTok, complete with a formal knock on Rose's bedroom door and a professional rent collection routine that's left viewers absolutely speechless. Come along as I handle rent collection from my 6-year-old on the first day of each month, Madden announced in his now viral video, approaching his daughter's room like any landlord would approach a tenant's door. The exchange that followed was both adorable and jarring. "Hi, sweetheart. I'm here for the monthly rent collection," Madden stated matter-of-factly. "That'll be $3 for your room rental, plus $1 to cover utilities." Watching Rose dutifully hand over a portion of her weekly allowance to her father, viewers witnessed Madden respond with, "Perfect. Thanks so much. I'll see you again next month." And this is the part most people miss. Madden isn't pocketing his daughter's money. "Absolutely. We're completely serious about this system," he clarified in the video's voiceover, revealing that Rose's rent payments are carefully stored in what he calls a budget binder. The system extends far beyond simple rent collection. Madden has created an elaborate weekly responsibility chart where Rose accumulates points for various household tasks and personal care activities, from helping with laundry to maintaining good hygiene habits like toothbrushing and bed-making. Everything has a point value. Here's how the economics work. Rose must earn a minimum of 25 points each week to qualify for her $5 allowance. After paying her $4 monthly housing costs, yes, that's $3 rent plus $1 utilities, she's left with a single dollar to either save in her emergency fund or spend on immediate wants like toys or treats. The learning happens in real time, Madden explained, describing shopping trips where Rose examines price tags and asks, "Can I afford this?" When she expresses interest in something beyond her budget, he guides her through the planning process. "Let's figure out how much you need to save and create a plan to reach that goal." But here's the twist that makes this story even more intriguing. Every penny Rose pays in rent is actually being invested in her future. Madden plans to return all collected funds to support her college expenses or serve as seed money for future investments. The reward system includes performance bonuses too. When Rose exceeds her 25-point target, she earns special treats like ice cream outings or new art supplies, all funded by Dad. Of course, life happens even in this miniature economy. Rose's grandmother visited recently, which disrupted her routine, Madden admitted. "She only managed 16 points that week, so I adjusted the minimum requirement to 14 points for a reduced $2 allowance." For Madden, this entire system represents learning from his own financial mistakes. "These are all the errors I made, lessons I desperately wish someone had taught me a decade ago when I was navigating my first car loan and apartment rental," he reflected. Now here's where the internet absolutely exploded with opinions. The TikTok comments section became a battlefield of parenting philosophies. Some parents were horrified. "So children can never escape financial stress, not even during their innocent childhood years? And please, just allow her to experience being a carefree kid." Others viewed it as brilliant preparation. "This represents the most responsible parenting approach imaginable, and I genuinely wish my own parents had implemented something similar." The criticism got even more pointed. You're completely removing the magic of childhood, and children that young shouldn't be burdened with money concepts. They'll grow up thinking wealth is life's only priority. But supporters fired back with practical arguments. I really hope you're saving every dollar to gift back when she eventually moves out. And some even joked, don't forget to teach her about tax obligations to the IRS. So when exactly should children begin learning about money management? According to Dr. Deborah Gilboa, a family physician specializing in childhood resilience, first grade marks the ideal starting point for financial education. That's typically when school math programs introduce currency concepts, Dr. Gilboa told Today.com. She advocates for giving children opportunities to earn more than minimal spending money and even negotiate for increased allowances. However, Dr. Gilboa draws an important distinction between chores and allowance systems. Children should contribute to household tasks because they're family members, not because of monetary incentives, she explained. Otherwise, they might calculate that cleaning the bathroom isn't worth the payment and simply opt out. The expert emphasizes that both approaches serve valuable but separate purposes in child development. Madden launched this landlord-tenant relationship just 1 week before his TikTok documentation, initially motivated by his daughter's abundant energy and his desire to channel it productively through household contributions. The system needed to be engaging and trackable for her, he explained, noting that the gamification aspect keeps Rose motivated and involved. But here's the million-dollar question that's got everyone talking. Should financial literacy begin in elementary school, or should we protect children from economic pressures for as long as possible? Is learning about budgets and earning money empowering for young minds, or does it create unnecessary stress during formative years? And here's perhaps the most controversial aspect of all. In a world where many adults struggle with financial literacy and money management, could Madden's approach actually be addressing a critical educational gap that traditional schooling often overlooks? What's your take on this polarizing parenting strategy? Do you see this as brilliant preparation for financial independence, or do you think childhood should remain a money-free zone? Should 6-year-olds be learning about rent and utilities, or is this taking financial education too far, too fast? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this conversation is far from over, and your perspective could change how other parents approach this delicate balance between financial education and preserving childhood innocence.